Hey there, greetings everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today we're back with the final episode of the mini-series I've been running this week called My Favorite Beatles Albums, which basically I've chosen my 5 favorite Beatle albums. At least currently they're my 5 favorite. And they're not in any particular order. I just put them in whatever order, just randomly. But I wanted to talk about each of the 5 albums because I absolutely love these albums. This one is no exception to that. We're talking about Revolver. This is, art-wise, this is probably my favorite album by them. I love this cover. I think whoever did it did fantastic work on it. So psychedelic, such a psychedelic album. They were still had some of that stuff going on from the earlier Beatles poppy stuff. Like there was still some of that in here, and they were still, in some ways, still kind of looking the part. If you look, they were still kind of looking that part a bit. You know, you see like Paul McCartney here with the question mark, and you know if I can find one here, I'm pretty sure there's some here. So they've got their hair's a little longer, a little bit of sideburns going on and stuff like that. There's a nice shot of them at the back here. But they're beginning to move away from that look and that sound to like really, it kind of started on Rubber Soul and then it's progressed to this album, which is a little bit more towards that psychedelic sound. They haven't completely gone off the ends yet, but they're kind of moving in that direction quite a bit here. So this has 14 tracks on it, all really good stuff. The album is proliferated with fantastic music. My favorite is probably the last track on here, Tomorrow Never Knows. It's very psychedelic. That reverse guitar play, they recorded a guitar and then played it backwards for the song and then re-recorded it again. That part has always been captured. I find it a very psychedelic song too. Lots of good stuff. Yeah, Eleanor Rigby's on here, Taxman, Yellow Submarine, She Said, Good Day Sunshine, Dr. Robert. Like it's just almost a greatest hits in some ways. Just really love the kind of clean look to the album too. It's very different, very psychedelic, you know, absolutely. So what was the to me the significance of this album is that they were experimenting with stuff, starting to move away. The art, of course, was really good, and they were pulling away from what they were originally, and that to me is the big significance. Some people really like their original stuff and can't stand the stuff that came later. Other people are the opposite. They can't stand the stuff that came before. They said it's like boy band stuff, and this stuff is so much better. I kind of like both eras for different reasons. I enjoy a lot of the cover bands, Beatlemania, and there's a few others out there that do really good covers of the Beatles stuff. I really enjoy that stuff quite a bit, and so for me, yeah, this is a fantastic album that way. Tomorrow Never Knows, like I said, my favorite track. The unusual part about the album, I don't know that there's much very unusual about it other than the artwork on the cover. It's not Sgt. Pepper's, and it's not Hard Day's Night. It's not a musical. What do they call it? A movie score or anything like that. It's just really, really good stuff, like really solid Beatles stuff. I think for me, this is probably arguably my favorite Beatles album. Maybe not, but I think at times it has been, and probably will be back and forth on that. It's just overall, I just love the album, and I think the music on this album is more concise. It's not as scattery. When they did A Hard Day's Night in back in '64, it was a music score, so the music fit that type of the music for that movie. And then Rubber Soul was a little bit different from that. And then you get to this, and it's moving more towards that spacey sound, but it's a very cohesive album. You get to like Sgt. Pepper's and Magical Mystery Tour, and even Let It Be and Abbey Road. They're kind of jumpy, they're kind of all over the place, but this is a little bit more concise, and for me that's the reason why I think I like it so much. And most of the songs here are among my favorite Beatles songs as well. So there you have it. That ends the series for the Beatles, my 5 favorite albums by the Beatles. I hope you enjoyed this, kind of coming out of the Beatles closet, I guess, maybe. If you like the Beatles as much as I do, put your 5 down there. What would you like to have seen? Is there things about this that I missed the boat on? Maybe you want to talk or tell me some little bit of tidbit about them. There's always tidbits about the Beatles. There's so much stuff written about them, more than probably any other band in history. And so I've enjoyed doing this. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and we'll be back with another mini series probably in a week or two. But this one was fun to do. I enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to doing it. So I hope to see you again soon, and have yourself a good evening. Take care, and goodbye.